that's been encapsulating crawl spaces, waterproofing basements, and repairing foundations since 1958. That means experience. That also means you can be confident your home is in good hands. And if that wasn't enough, here's this. 58 Foundations and Waterproofing offers the industry's only money-back guarantee. That's right, experience and trust. Who else can offer that? 58 Foundations and Waterproofing. Schedule your free inspection today.
Far too often, people are being seriously injured and hurt because of negligent drivers distracted by their cell phones. If you've been harmed by a negligent or distracted driver, let us go to work for you. It's more to us. It's personal.
You know, the opioid epidemic in this country continues to be very much there. Sometimes it can get lost in conversation. We don't seem to focus on it quite so much from national headline perspective, but for families who are struggling with it, it is definitely top of their priority list. Well, this is Sarah Jeffrey, who is with Revida Recovery here in town, and we're very happy to have you back on the show.
Glad to be here.
I think it's a very unique approach, to me anyway, that y'all have at Revida, because you really kind of focus on this one thing that you do to excellence, which is helping people through opioid addiction.
Yes. So Revida is an outpatient medicated assistance therapy that specializes in treating opiate disorder, and we focus on personal and behavioral care.
So I think in conversations that we've had before, the phrase medicated treatment is a really important thing to explain.
Yes. So we treat with a medicine called Suboxone, and that helps patients that are addicted to opioids. It helps with their craving and their withdrawal so that they don't have to feel those things. And then we have care coordinators and counselors and providers on staff so that we can focus on the patient as a whole with counseling and behavioral health and everything that comes along and plays a role in those that are struggling with addiction.
The fact that you are outpatient only, does that kind of speak then to the success people find with you?
Outpatient therapy is not for everyone, but it does have some advantages. One big advantage is like there's minimal disruption to your daily life. You don't have to give up your job, you don't have to give up school, the flexibility of scheduling and still being able to be in treatment and get the care you need, but not having to give up things for a normal day-to-day life.
Yeah, and I would think too that means that with the medicated part of it, since you're able to kind of help them not crave so much as they're going through this, it leads to maybe a faster success story.
Yeah.
So I know that you're pretty excited as we talk today because you've recently gotten a grant. I'll let you elaborate on that.
Yep, so in the summer of 2024, we were awarded a grant that is funded by Tennessee's Opioid Abatement Council, and that allows us to offer treatment to patients who live in Tennessee that are uninsured. Maybe they are insured, but they're struggling to pay their co-pays and their deductibles, or if they're under 300% of the federal poverty line, we're able to have them apply for this grant and they can get treatment for no cost.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
So let's talk about the insurance part of it. I mean, that's just, if you had 50 people in a room, their insurance policies would all have different approaches to this topic. But is that part of what y'all do, is to try to do that fighting with the insurance company for people?
Yep, we accept a wide range of insurances, Medicaid, most commercial insurances, private insurance, but sometimes even with insurance, it's still a huge cost with deductibles and things like that. So we work with everyone the best that we can to make sure that we can provide them some treatment. You
know, you heard me leading into you say that this is not something that we seem to focus on quite so much these days from the media standpoint, but the problem has not gone away.
No.
Are you still seeing an increase in need?
Yes, addiction is, there's people that you may think you'll never know that they're struggling with addiction, and it affects so many people, and with the fentanyl crisis and everything that's going on, it's a huge need.
Okay, so when you say that y'all focus on opioid, my brain would not have connected fentanyl with that, but that's part of the same family?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you're 18 and up, you treat adults basically only. So it's for you to say that there are so many people who are struggling and friends and family may never know, how would you know? What are some things to watch for in someone you love so that you can help them?
I think maybe isolation is a big, if somebody's isolating or, you know, just not being their normal self. Maybe they're hiding things, but some people are still, they're functioning, but they just, they hide it very well. So sometimes you can't tell, sometimes it's hard to know.
Okay, so back to your model. You said that you approach it from I guess like a withdrawal perspective, but then also a behavioral perspective.
Yes.
Is that kind of it? So does everybody who comes to you need to focus on both things, or some
Yes.
people one more than the other?
Yep. Well, everybody's treatment is individualized. Like some patients, everybody is required to do the counseling and the medical visits and things like that. But if somebody needs a little bit more help in the counseling, we can offer that. If they need more of that, based on what the provider thinks.
Is it a case-by-case basis as to how long you're typically in treatment, or does there seem to be sort of a given length of time?
Yep, some people, it's a lifelong thing, recovery, and then others are able to slowly progress and eventually, they don't need to come back anymore, but they can be there for as long as they need to.
Do you ever talk with the family or support network about how they can help?
If they can't, like if the patient is willing to do that. Yeah.
It's because I would think it is, if you want the person you love to find that success, you may have to walk alongside them to help them get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of coming to make an appointment with you, should they call and just kind of be honest with you on the phone, then y'all take it from there?
Yeah, we have an intake team. You can call 423-243-3342, and it'll take you to a admission specialist. They'll get all your information and schedule you an intake appointment with us.
I will tell you this too, they have some people who come from out of state, and they just kind of find a way to stay here while they're going through their treatment, because it gives them then that anonymity that they're looking for.
Yes.
But that's how much they value the work that you do. Great to see you this morning.
Thank you so much.
Your child could shine as a Local 3 junior forecaster. Wednesdays at 5:30 on Local 3 News. If they love the weather and can read on camera, send a video to juniorforecaster@local3news.com. Presented by Warren & Griffin, your local 5-star law firm.
Now's the best time to transform your